Hey everybody, it is Stryker. We are backstage at the KROQ Absolute Almost Acoustic Christmas. Klein is with me as well, and from Smashing Pumpkins, James Ehan, Billy Corgan are next to me.
Make some noise!
Hey.
Look!
Hello.
Legends, living legends.
Billy, more tiring, talking to nerdy radio hosts like me or having a 3-month-old?
The baby.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All the OG Pumpkins now have 2 kids. So.
Wow.
2 kids, yeah.
2, 2, and 2.
Happens in a flash.
Something very fertile about being in the Pumpkins, huh?
I didn't think about it that way, but
Yeah.
If we could only go back in a time machine and just know that there was fertility in those riffs.
yes. I'm not going to think about that again, but yes.
Silvery sometimes, like they say.
Right, sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's right.
Billy, I get excited as a host on KROQ when I played 1979 into Silvery Sometimes. It's a band that helped shape me, that's making new music that I love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As an artist, when you hear that on the radio, oh wow, you made this thing so long ago, but the new stuff people like as well. What is that like for you?
It's kind of shocking.
It's good. I mean, I'm glad they like it as opposed to not like it.
Yeah. I mean, we actually do make music that we want people to like.
Of course.
Despite our many iterations of non-likeness.
And the guys getting together, James, of course, Jimmy, and you, first practicing or getting together and making music together, was it instantaneous, like, oh, I know what this guy does in a room? You remember how it went?
No, we immediately had a fight over the deli tray, and it almost ended right there. Because I'm vegan now, and he wanted pastrami, and it got ugly.
It was like old times. So it was good. It was good. I think thinking about it was probably overwhelming, but when we actually start playing, it's great.
It's honestly the easiest thing we do. Everything else is kind of still weird because we're aliens, but once we play music, we're good.
You know, obviously you guys are legends and have had no shortages of hits over the years, but when you take a break and then you come out with something new, is the fear back that maybe there's just nothing there or the people don't react the way we want them to react, or do you kind of get that fear that you had at the very beginning?
For me, it was more like, is the thing that we do together, is that still there? Because we never would want to manufacture that. It's not like we wanted to get the outside secret guy to come help us. Like, it was either going to be there or it wasn't. So I think the good news is that the new music is proof that when we get together, it's still, whatever that musical machine is, still works. So that was it was a good surprise, you know. But you don't know until you're actually in the room and you're arguing over the deli tray that it's still the magic.
I've heard you talk about many times about working with Rick Rubin, but what I don't know is, why was it Rick Rubin that entered your life for this?
I think Rick's shown a great ability to get to the heart of what an artist with a certain length of career, sort of what the heart of the matter is. And he's done it from everyone from, Neil Diamond to Neil Young to, there's just so many people that Johnny Cash obviously is a great example where, Johnny Cash in his 70s was having hits with Rick Rubin. Rick just has a way of getting to the heart of the matter. And the thing about Rick is he says things where if somebody else said it, I don't think I would listen, but I'll listen from Rick. And he has such a warm heart about the thing. And he really does want the best. And so I think we were willing to trust Rick to kind of guide us back into a place where, me particularly, I'm a big second, third guesser. And with Rick, we just didn't second guess. It was like, okay, it's good, let's just do it. And we did it really quickly. We did 8 songs in 4 weeks, which for us is like light speed. And I think the music is not just about being evocative of a time, whether it's this time or another time. I think it got us back to a place in the early days when we actually made music really quickly. Some of the songs that KROQ still plays, we made really quickly. We didn't sit there and ponder and think, well, what about this? And maybe somebody's not going to like it. And I think it kind of brought us back to maybe that's a good approach for us. Instead of sort of overthinking it, just do what you do, and it works or it doesn't.
Awesome. What an answer. Go ahead.
You know what's interesting is that, I don't know if you remember this, but when you first announced the hiatus with the band, it was on KROQ. That was the place
That's right.
Apparently you made that announcement.
With Tammy.
So here we are back on KROQ again. Is there some other announcement you'd like to make that could be as revolutionary today?
The band is breaking up.
Ah,
after
God
this.
damn it.
No, we don't want
That's
that.
news to me.
You got to be on the stage in like a half an hour.
I am joking. I don't think we have anything mind-blowing to say. Or
Well, actually, I remember the date quite clearly. It was May 23rd, 2000, on Tammy's show on KROQ. We're live on the air. And I jokingly said, and of course not realizing it would become a meme someday, that we were sick of fighting the Britney Spears of the world. And I took it as a joke, and of course everyone said the band is breaking up because of Britney Spears. And so we're excited to announce that Britney's actually joining the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, wow.
We've gone full circle.
it's come full circle.
Full circle.
Hit me,
be more
baby,
excited.
tonight.
And just think, when we put those two catalogs together,
What could happen?
Nothing but
what can't
greatness.
happen?
We'll have a Las Vegas residency coming up as well.
Oh, good.
And it should be really fun.
Get out your dancing shoes there, James.
I've been practicing with a couple choreographers.
He is James Iha. That is Billy Corgan. That's Klein. I'm Stryker. Shiny and oh so bright. Thank you for the relationship
Thank
over
you.
the years at KROQ.
Thank you,
Smashing
KROQ.
Pumpkins, everybody.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.